doesn't make any sense to me in my life right now, because I used to say it too, but don't say this no more. Take this out of your vocabulary. I could do bad all by myself. Really, you could do good all by yourself. And a lot of times people have that embedded in their head that I could do bad all by myself. So they end up staying in trifling, trying, terrible situations. I miss the afro. It'll be back. It'll be back. It'll be back. Y'all know I'm going through some stuff with my hair. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Because it's really like, I love y'all though. So let me talk about the hair just for 1 second. Because people who know me know I have the big hair. But it's been really tangled lately. So I have to go to my beautician and find out why it's so tangled when it's in an afro. And when I comb it, when it's a lot of hair is coming out. I don't want to go bald. So I'm like, let me straighten my hair. So let me tell y'all this, right? Don't laugh at me either. And then we're going to get on with the topic. But since somebody mentioned my hair, I like my hair curly too. But listen, no, you're not late, honey. I'm late. I'm just coming on. We all just coming on. But I was in the shower washing my hair, right, the other day. And I'm a woman of a certain age. And I was detangling my hair. And so much hair came out. Listen to me. Don't laugh at me, y'all. So much hair came out. I jumped out the shower because I thought I was bald or had a George Jefferson. It was so much hair. I was like, oh my God, I got to get out of this shower. I got to check on my hair. And I got out. Of course, I still had hair because I still have hair. And then my best friend had called me when I got out of the shower. And she was like, what are you doing? I was like, girl, I just combed most of my hair out of my head. She was like, you crazy? I was like, no, I'm not crazy. I'm telling you the truth. She said, well, I read something where you're supposed to lose 1,000 hairs a day. I said, no, I lost like 1,000,000. I said, if I didn't have thick hair, I'd be bald. She was like, girl, stop. I said, I got to call you back because I got to blow dry my hair. I got to see how much more hair come out. And then I got to call my beautician to see what's going on. So anyway, that's why my hair is straight, because I really don't be doing this because there's a lot to sleep, take showers, and all of that. But I want everybody on here. Y'all know I go on a tangent and all this other stuff. And I really do just be going on tangents, but I'm back. So I want you to understand that you could do good all by yourself. Because if you're already in a bad situation, it can only get better. If you're already not happy, you can go find happiness. And I'm trying to tell my people who follow me, my clients who I coach, don't ever get stuck in a situation where you think just enough is good enough. Because I always tell y'all that y'all deserve the best, because you do. You really deserve the best, but you have to be willing to take a chance. And that is the hard part. Because some of y'all are comfortable in your dysfunctional relationship. I've been there. You be real comfortable with that person because you know they're crazy, right? You be real comfortable with that person because you know their behaviors. Even though they're not good, you're comfortable and you're thinking to yourself, if I go out here, it could be worse. No, it could be better. And I've been listening to a lot of things, and a lot of things have been coming on my news feed. A lot of things like have been coming in my email because I get a lot of motivational things in my emails. And it's all been about positive thinking, right? And I thought I was thinking positive, but sometimes, hey, Virginia, but sometimes I'm not thinking positive, right? So it was a reminder to me that your thoughts, your words, and your actions are a boomerang that's coming back to find you. So whatever you're thinking, like I could do bad all by myself, bad is coming to look for you. No, got dag blang on it. I could do good all by myself. Hey, how you doing? Nothing more exciting than toxic love with a girl from the suburbs. Ain't nobody looking for nothing toxic. Understand me? Take toxic out of your vocabulary. Healthy love. Ain't nothing more exciting than healthy love. When you've grown and you've done the work, toxic is not exciting. Bad boys are not exciting. Trifling women, twerking, they're not exciting to you anymore because you're building right now. You're building for your future. So you have to let go of those things. You know, back in the day, we all wanted a bad boy. I never really wanted a bad boy. Not really that bad. I wanted, somebody that was cool, but I really never wanted a bad boy. Healthy love is what we're looking for. Because when you have healthy love, you become a healthy person, right? But you have to be healthy. So toxic, nothing. So I want y'all to shift your mindset, and I want everything that goes through your head from this point on to be positive. I want everything that comes out of your mouth to be positive. I want every action that you do to be positive. And you know why? Because if not, it's coming back to find you. And I'm really just joking. I know you're joking. You know I learned my lesson, grandma voice. No, I know you're just joking. Thank y'all so much for the roses. So again, in this season, trust that you could do better all by yourself if you're in a bad situation, right? Trust your gut with people that you're not supposed to be around anymore. Trust that if you let them go, they're either going to grow. Come on, Jesus. You know I love the Lord. They're either going to, check this out, let them go. They're either going to grow or they're going to fall off, right? So this is how you know the people that are supposed to be in your life. When you put distance between you and them, they're either going to get better or they're going to disappear and stay away from you, because you have to require more in order to get more. I've been thinking that. What you been thinking? Put it in the chat what you've been thinking. On a scale of 1 to 10, how are y'all doing? 1 not being so good, 10 being great, right? Is yours? Hold on. I'm not even going to play with day 2000 or whatever your name is. You just get blocked for that. Block. Just some people just be dying. Some people be dying for attention because they didn't get hugs as kids, but I ain't got time for that. Good for the 10s, good for the 10s, good for the 10s, good for the 10s, good for the 9s, good for the 8s. If you are 6.5 is good. Let's get you up to a 10 before you get off of here. But sometimes you can't get, like, I just blocked this person because sometimes you got to know in your gut when it's just time to block somebody. No, I'm not giving you another chance. Bye. You don't get to see me no more. It's a privilege. Come on, y'all, repeat after me. It's a privilege to be in my life. And if you abuse the privilege, you lose the privilege. And we're not giving 999 chances anymore. You say something foul on here, I'm going to block you. I'm not even in teachable mode right now for those who are ignorant, those who don't have anything else to do but be disruptive, because now you have been, you've been sent to the principal's office. Get out of here. So I see 8s, 9s, yes, 8. I literally just had this conversation with my girl yesterday. Oh, good. And we were talking about this, right? I was on with I have a membership, New You Nation membership, right? You can go to anewyouNation.com, and it's for women. It's a membership site for women. I don't really promote it much, but I should, because it's a great safe space. And we had our monthly meetup last night, and we were talking about having the hard conversations in relationships. And I was saying to the ladies, like, if you can't have the hard conversations, then your relationship is not real. If you can't have the hard conversations, then your relationship is not real. And this is what we must do. Before we get into a serious relationship with somebody, especially marriage, we have to make sure we can have the hard conversations. Because if you can't have the hard conversations, I really want you to know this. You're not going to be happy, and the relationship is not going to last. Because hard conversations is what strengthens a marriage. Hard conversations is what strengthens relationships. Hard conversations with your kids, hard conversations with your spouse, hard conversations with your mama, hard conversations with your best friend. If you can't have them, the relationship is not real. You got to be honest with each other, and you need people around you to tell you the truth. Very productive messages. Not only have the hard conversation, just say what you need to say, because anything else is going to stress you out. Just say it at the job, and listen. Don't be talking to people crazy in a certain way. I'm not saying go off on folks. I used to pop off. Now I pray before I talk so I can, give people the benefit of the doubt. But you need to say what you need to say. And it's called assertive communication, right? So we have people in communication who are passive. We have people who are passive aggressive, and then we have people who are aggressive, and then we have people who are assertive communicators. And you want to be an assertive communicator. So your homework for today is, drum roll, please. Thank you for the rolls. Your homework is to go research assertive communicators. Go do your homework. Because when you're assertive, you hear what the other person is saying, but you get to say what you need to say without hurting people's feelings. So go find out about communication, right? I teach a course on communication because people think communication is I talk and you listen. Communication is comprehending, right? Number one. Number two, communication. This is the part that everybody misses. Not knowing what kind of communicator they are and not knowing what kind of communicator they're dealing with, right? So if you're a passive person and your boss is aggressive and you are not prepared to deal with an aggressive communicator, they will eat you up every day at that job. If you're dealing with a passive aggressive person, you need to be aware of that. You need to be aware that that person is passive, but behind your back, they're aggressive and they're saying things about you. So learn about the communication styles. And when you go into work and with your family, you will be much better equipped to deal with different people. When you have a passive person, you don't want to deal with them rough because you'll shut them down because they're passive, because something in their life, whether it was their mother, ex-husband, they were in an abusive relationship, something has made them so passive that they don't think that their voice matters. And if it's a person that matters to you, you want to make sure you bring their voice out and say, I understand that you go with the flow, because this is how you know it's a passive communicator. They go with anything. They want to avoid conflict at all costs. And you're asking them, what's the matter? What's the matter? Oh, it's okay. No, it's not okay. And I used to tell people around me, and I still do, like, no, say what you need to say. I'm not going to beat you. I'm not going to get mad at you. I'm not going to cut you off. I just need to know how you're feeling. But most passive communicators will let everything go, and it will destroy the relationship, even though they think they're keeping the peace. Let me tell you something about passive communicators. Eventually they erupt, or eventually they just cut you off. They just erupt or they cut you off. So you want to know what they're thinking. So communication skill is important. Keep the peace, girl. No, don't keep. If you're keeping the peace outside, but you have an internal war, you're killing yourself, because we talked about stress yesterday. Stress will kill you faster than any disease. Stress will make you have an aneurysm, will make your brain explode. Stress will have you losing weight and you ain't even on a diet. No, you need to be able to communicate effectively. Don't keep the peace ever. And I'm not saying we going out here yelling and screaming and cussing folks out either. I'm saying we need to have conversation. And this is why a lot of relationships are suffering, because somebody's keeping the peace, and eventually the relationship crumbles because the person who needs to know what the other person is thinking thinks that everything is all right. And god dang on it, it's not. You're not keeping the peace. You're only becoming a pressure cooker, and eventually you're going to erupt. And a lot of men do this. A lot of men will push down, press down, push down, press down, push down, press down, until they just can't take anymore. And then they'll erupt on the wrong person, right? Mostly in the house with the people that they love. So don't do that. So again, my message today, we got off track because somebody started talking about communication, but that's okay, because we need to go wherever we need to go with these conversations for the day. So Monday, this is Monday. For the rest of the week, we're going to be aware of how we communicate, what type of communicator we are, what type of communicator our kids are, what type of communicator our spouse is, what kind of communicator our boss is, what kind of communicator our coworker is. And then we're going to go and research assertive communication. And we're going to use that skill on them. And they ain't going to know what hit them, right? Because most of the time when we react to somebody, they're so used to that same dance. Like your husband, when he say something, you say something. Or your wife, when she say something, we're going to be assertive. And we're going to approach them when they say something to us. Instead of going back and forth, we're going to say, I hear you. How can I fix that? It's going to throw them completely off. I promise you. Because they so used to understanding how to push your buttons, or I knew you was going to act like that. This is how you trick the enemy. This is how you get the enemy out your house. They yelling, arguing. Hey, I hear you. I understood what you said. You said that when I say this to you, it makes you feel this kind of way. How can I fix that? Folks, yeah, I'm telling you, folks don't know how to act when you flip the script. They so used to you gonna no. Okay, I'm gonna let you talk. Say more. When they tell you something, they used to you interrupting. And it's gonna be hard for you because you're not used to communicating effectively, right? So when they say something crazy and you're ready to pop up, I want you to take a 3-second breath. 1, 2, while they still talking. 3, I want you to listen to them. And whatever they're saying to you, when they stop, say more about that. It's going to stop them in their tracks. Somebody needed to hear this today because you in your house arguing all the time. And the definition of insanity, can y'all tell me what the definition of insanity is? Because we done heard this 700 trillion times in our lifetime. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. You just driving yourself crazy with people that just don't know how to communicate. But when you know how to communicate, you turn the whole thing around. And if they still acting a fool, say, you know what? I'm going to give you some time to breathe. You should probably take 3 deep breaths. I'm going to walk. I'm going to go for a little walk. Or I'm going to go downstairs. Or I'm going to go in the kitchen. Would you like something? And I want y'all to come back in here. And I want y'all to tell me how this worked out for you. I've done this before to people. My therapist uses those same words. Yes, I've done this before to people because I was tired of busting my head, my forehead against a brick wall and not getting results. And I've done this with my children. And I've done this with the men who are in my life. And I've done this other thing too, but I'll share that video another time. How can I fix that? Yes, we don't know how to communicate. No, we don't, because this is the thing. Everybody wants to be heard. Right? So when your partner, spouse, child, this is for communication for anybody, person at your job, listen, when anybody comes to you and communicates with you, if they initiate the communication and they have a concern, because we're not going to say a problem or issue, right? Because that's just negative already. When they have a concern about something that's going on with you and them, allow them to have that concern. And let that conversation be about that conversation and their concern. The problem is when one of our kids, our spouse, our mother, a friend, a family, whoever comes, a coworker comes to us with a problem or concern, we don't listen to them. We make it we come up with one of our concerns. Well, what about you? Like, I've been telling you to do X, Y, Z for the last 7 months and you haven't. And it makes the person feel small and insignificant. And it makes them feel bad and lets them know that you are not a safe place to communicate because you don't listen. It's all about you. When you go to a person and you initiate the conversation and you have a concern and you say to whoever that is, my concern, and this is the language, my concern is this. You make me feel this way when you talk to me like that, right? Listen. And when they go into what about you, say, this conversation is going to be unproductive because I came to you with a concern. And had I not come to you with that concern, you wouldn't have brought your concern up to me. So I'm going to walk away and I just want you to think about what I said to you. And then we can talk about your concern tomorrow. And just let it go. Just so many times we go into a conversation ready to fight. And nobody's winning. Nobody's going to win the fight. Nobody's going to be heard. Nobody's going to be loved on or anything. So I hope this was good for y'all. Because I got to get ready to go downstairs because I hear Jermaine. He might be being unruly. So anybody have any questions, comments, thoughts, reactions? Thank y'all so much for the roses. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. Tap the screen if this was helpful to you. I'm so happy you came up on my FYP. I'm so happy too. Thank you, Jamie. Is it Jamie? Hold on. Let me read some of y'all comments. My coffee getting cold. Hold on for 1 second. And this is going to be hard for you initially because you're so used to communicating a certain way. It's not going to be easy. And I'm not going to say you're going to do it all the time because you're going to fall short of the mark. You're going to pop off. Yes, it's Jane. Okay, it's Jamie. I need to hear this. Good. I needed this morning. Good. Thank you for another great gem. Thank you. You have blessed me today. I'm so happy I have blessed y'all today. Don't go yet. I'm going to stay for a few more minutes. Thanks for the info. Wow, you're awesome. A woman here who's up to learning. Yes. Have a nice day. Then say that I am controlling and shut down. Say that again. Take a dip treats. Then says that I am... Type that in again. She's running, y'all. Jay know me so good. Jay be on here. Every relationship deserves emotional respect. That is so true, STL. That is so true. I'm so happy you came. Yes. This is really good. Okay, so again, if you're used to communicating with your partner a certain way, This is going to be a little bit of a struggle for you. It's going to be, but I want you to tell yourself this. This is another mantra that I use for me, because I am extra, and not in a bad way, right? I'm a really matter-of-fact communicator, and I had to learn from my middle son that I can't just talk to him a certain way, because I'm like my mom. My mom just, say what she said. We Sagittarius, and I started saying stuff like, well, I'm a Sagittarius, and I say what I need to say. Communicator, and I didn't realize that it was affecting people in a negative way, right? So we have to take stock in who we are, and it's not always going to work out from the first time. It's going to take some time, because you're going to want to pop off, because the person is popping off. And our first instinct is to defend ourselves. Can we use this for our job? Definitely use it on your job. Definitely. When that person walks in your office with an attitude, I don't want you to shift into an attitude with them. When they come in and say, oh my God, you left the top up on the copy machine again, and we've been telling you not to do that. I totally understood what you said, and I'm going to try to do better. I'm going to try not to leave the top up. Unfortunately, sometimes I'm not thinking, because I'm moving here to make sure everything else is taken care of. And they're going to look at you like you crazy. Because they're going to be waiting for you to pop off and say something smart. At your job, this really, really works. I used to use it on my job. All you heard was silence. When you change, the environment changes. You have control of the way that people interact with you. So don't let them control how you interact with them. Show them how to interact with you. Excuse me, but you're not going to talk to me like that. So when maybe you're having a bad day. Maybe there was traffic on your way to work. I don't know what happened, but I hope your day gets better. And if you really need to have this conversation with me, you can come back in 15 minutes after you take a few breaths, because I'm not even trying to further upset you. That person might start crying in your office. That person, emotional intelligence, it definitely helped. That person will probably start crying in your office because something's going on. But to let them change your mood is disrespectful to yourself. Like, you're not about to change my mood because you left your house 15 minutes late, and this is your fourth warning for being late to work. You're not going to come in here and attack me like I'm the one that did it because you woke up late. So I'm going to tell that person, I understand something is going on. I don't know what it is, but I pray it gets better. Calling me today. What is going on? So I hope this was helpful. I hope that I have blessed somebody, because I've been a person, like I said, I have been an aggressive communicator my whole life. And because I'm a girl from the hood, I didn't know I was aggressive. You just don't know what you just don't know. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really know that I was aggressive. I just was like, don't be coming up in here. I was just really like, and my kids, my oldest son, who is probably just as aggressive as I am, he turned the mirror on me one day when I was talking to my middle son, who's very sensitive. And he said, yo, you know what? It really doesn't bother me. But you can't really talk to him like that. Like my son, he gotta toughen up. And he was like, no, you just can't talk to people the way that you want to talk to people. That's not fair. It's the way your tone was so condescending, like you hurt his feelings. So I had to check myself. I'm from Essex County, New Jersey. Zelma Myers. I'm from Essex County, New Jersey. Let me tell you about my upbringing a little bit, then I'm going to go. My mama was a Rolling Stone. So we moved a lot. Whenever my mother couldn't pay the rent, I grew up poor. Whenever my mother couldn't pay the rent, in the middle of the night, we moved. We be somewhere for a year, and she'd decide. So I'm from Newark. I'm from East Orange, Newark, Irvington, Bloomfield. My mother lived everywhere in Essex County. So that's how I met my 4 best friends, that we've all been friends for over 40 years. Because when my mother moved from East Orange, when my mother moved to East Orange, I met my best friend, my very best friend, because most of the time I was in East Orange. And then my mother moved to Orange for about 6 months, where I met my other best friend. And then my mother moved back to East Orange, where I met my other best friend. So had she not moved around, and then I moved to Irvington and I met another very good friend. So had she not moved around, I wouldn't have really been the person that I am today. I used to be mad because, she never set no roots. She did the best that she could do. She did the best that she could do. She didn't have a good life. She ain't had no money. She had drug and alcohol problems. So I love my mama because my mama gave me all the good characteristics that I have. So I guess it was meant for us to talk about communication today. So who here is going to be an assertive communicator? Who's going to research assertive communicators? Raise your hand. My aunt from East Orange. Cleveland Street. Okay, yes. I'm from Prospect. Well, I lived on Prospect. I lived on Rutledge. I lived on Schuyler Terrace. Libra Nation. Oh, y'all Libras are a mess. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but y'all are a mess. Yes, raise your hand. Raise your hand. And if you need coaching with me to get you past this, I do life and relationship coaching. So please reach out. Trey at www.treykearney.com is my website. And you can email me, trey@treykearney.com. North 15th Street. Come on now. Yes. Yes. I will work on assertive. Good. We have to forgive to be forgiven. Yes. We're balanced. Let me tell y'all something about forgiveness before I go. I'm from Jersey. Hey, my Jersey people. I'm a Sagittarius Scorpio. I don't have much patience. Let me tell you about forgiveness. You have to forgive and forget. Some of y'all mad because I said that. But the only way to heal is to forgive and forget, is to let the offense go. People always tell me, I'm going to forgive, but I ain't going to forget. I ain't never. When you forgive and don't forget, guess what happens to you? You live that offense over and over again in your head, and it only hurts you. And I'm not saying that you just going to forget automatically, but the less you think about the offense, it'll start to fade. People have done things to me over the years that I don't even remember what they did when I see them now. Not that I forgot like that. It took me time to forget, but I made a conscious decision to not let that offense keep stirring me up. So after a while, I just was like, people do stuff and things happen. But every time I think about that offense, it makes me sick. Every time I think about that offense, it changes my mood. Every time I think about that offense, it makes me mad. Every time I think about that offense, I get sad. So we have to learn to forgive and forget across a span of time. But when you choose, I'm going to forgive, but I ain't going to forget, you're just torturing yourself. So whoever taught you that, go reteach them. Is reteach a word? Whatever, reteach them. Unlearn that philosophy and learn that I'm going to forgive and forget because it's best for me. Not for them, it's best for me. Covering Hill is hard, I'm learning. It is hard, Jay. It is hard. What's your feelings about mighty Libras? Y'all Libras, woo-wee, y'all be doing a lot. Y'all be doing a lot. It is hard, and as you work on it, you become a better person. Here, how do I save this video? This is so powerful. First time seeing you. I will post this on my YouTube channel. And my YouTube channel is New You Nation Network. New You Nation Network. It's so hard. I know it's hard. I promise you I know it's hard. Because people have done some really mean things to me. Right? And a lot of people that did some really mean things to me is because I kept them in my life too long. Yes, I'm still in Jersey. I will forever be in Jersey unless the Lord decides to take me somewhere else. But I'm a Jersey girl, born, bred, raised, and I love New Jersey. I know a lot of people are moving because of the weather. I don't mind. I know it's going to be 4 seasons. I know it's going to be snow. I got a truck. So let's just, a lot of people, listen, until you leave this earth. Oh, Perth Amboy, we got to do a live meetup. Until you leave this earth, people are going to offend you. And if you don't know how to forgive and forget, you're just going to be full of negativity. I moved to Central Florida 4 years ago. You've been forged in that fire of trials. Yes, and he is still doing mean things. Listen, we don't play the blame game. We are accountable, right? If somebody is still doing mean things to you, they do not deserve space in your life. And you have to let them go to let them grow. Do you understand? Repeat after me. Everybody, right now, repeat after me. This is coaching. It is a privilege to be in my life. And if you abuse that privilege, you lose that privilege. Nobody gets to treat you any kind of way unless you let them. I don't let people treat me bad. I don't let people talk to me crazy. I don't cut people off. I let them go. I used to be a cutoff queen. I will cut you off, never speak to you again. I don't cut people off. I let them know. And you know, sometimes I let them know why I'm letting them go. Like, you're not going to be around me in my space and you just be wilding and saying what you want to say. And don't tell me that's just who you are. Go be that to whoever else, but you can't be just who you are, because that's a terrible excuse for poor behavior. And I used to use that excuse. This is just how I am. Just take it or leave it. I lost a few people that I did not want to lose. And they let me go to let my butt grow. And I was like, oh, so you can't not be talking to everybody any old kind of crazy way with a person with healthy boundaries. And listen, sometimes it's just for a season. Sometimes you ain't got to let people go forever. Sometimes it's just for a season. So let me go. My Sag daughter is just like that, cutoff queen. She got to stop cutting folks off. She got to let them know why I'm letting you go, so that she can give them the opportunity to grow. Only if it's a person that you value. Because everybody don't deserve an explanation, because they know exactly what they're doing. But if it's somebody that your daughter values, that should, that is worth the fight. Because my core four, I call them, my four girls who are my center, who keep me centered. We go through stuff, but I'll fight for them. And I'll let them know how I'm feeling and why I'm moving the way I'm moving. But some people, you do just got to let them go. But Sages, we ain't nothing to play with. Because you know why? Then I really got to go, because Jermaine making noise. Because we love hard. We love hard. We take a lot. When we love you, we will give you 999 chances to get your whole entire life together. But when we done, we done. We be like, I gave her 999 times. And as we get older, we are more mature. Yeah, we are done. When we get older and more mature, we give less chances. We like, okay. And again, in my life right now, I'm really with the 3-strike rule. Because one time, people make a mistake one time. The second time, they might be testing the waters. And it's like, okay, I know I told you don't do that. But the third time, you just decide to be disrespectful and disrespect me. And I no longer allow you to have space in my life to disrespect me. Because you know why? Because it is a privilege to be in my life. And if you abuse that privilege, you lose that privilege. Tap the screen if this was good for you. Throw some roses up. Thank you to everybody. I saw all the roses. My heart is full this morning. February has been a really hard month for me. But I refuse to let it take me out. Thank y'all for the roses. Thank y'all for the hearts. February has really been hard. Y'all just don't even know. But I choose to still think positive, that it gets better. It's gonna get better. It's better. That's what everybody, your mantra for today is, it's already better. Say it. Say it. Tap it. Write it in capital letters in the comments. It's already better. Whether you're going through finances, whether it's love, whether it's a breakup, whether it's family problems, whether your kids is acting out, whether your furnace broke down, say it's already better. Make that your status on all your social media, because somebody need to read that. It's already better. It's already better. It's already better. It's already better. And say it all day until you believe it. All week until you believe it. All night until you believe it. When you lay down at night and them thoughts of losing this or it's health and this, if you sick right now, say it's already better. It's already better. I love y'all. Please befriend me. I would like to inbox you. Oh, hold on. Let me friend you. Follow. I just friended you, my sister. So again, if you need me, if you need help, life is hard. Life is so hard. That's why I had to get me a coach. I've been to therapy, but a coach just worked so much better for me, because she was so much more relatable to what I was going through. Life is so hard, but you got to get the help that you need. You got to invest in yourself. Friend me. Hold on, Linda. Oh, shoot. Wait a minute. It's moving fast. I'm following you back, Linda. So if you want to get in touch with me, I'm Trey at Trey Kearney on all platforms, at Trey Kearney, at TrayKearney. Traykearney. Hey, Ava. Traykearney. If you want to talk more, subscribe to this TikTok or invest in yourself. I have a special going on for coaching right now. My coaching sessions are $100. So it's a $75 discount because my coaching sessions are $175. If you buy a package, the more you purchase, the lower the rate is. But I have a special going on until March 1st for a $100 coaching session for an hour. And if you love me, you will buy a package and you will forever want to work with me. But just give it a try. Give yourself a try. You deserve it. A lot of us are going through stuff and we suffering in silence, and you don't have to. Sometimes you can't do it by yourself. You need somebody to push you forward and somebody to pull you up. I used your advice about cutting down how long I talk for better communication. It worked. Good. It worked. Come on. I'm a coach. I practice this stuff. I do this stuff for myself. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so I gotta go, y'all. I love y'all. Love y'all. Please go and subscribe to my YouTube channel, my network. I started a network for us, for Generation X. And the network is New You Nation Network. And all of the content over there is teaching. All of the content over there is nurturing. We have a fun show called Ladies Night In that I do once a month with my girls. We pull out the drinks. We have real conversations. We have another show called Woman to Woman where we talk about issues of women of a certain age. It's so motivational, so nurturing. We have a show called Men Hurt Too for my brothers. I interviewed over 56 men who are sharing their life, who are doing well right now. You have access to them if you want to reach out to them. A couple of them are very good Black therapists. We have another show called Love Lessons where I interview couples of a certain age who have been through things and tell the truth about everything they've been through and how they're thriving. I'm at the end of the baby boomers. That's okay. It's for Generation X and beyond. It's for a mature crowd. It ain't no twerking. It ain't a bunch of cursing. It ain't a bunch of nakedness. It really is about nurturing our souls and getting us to the next level in life. So go over to New You Nation Network YouTube channel and subscribe, okay? And make sure you watch the videos and leave comments so that I can engage back and forth with you. And you can tell me what it is that you want me to talk about because I'm always here for you. Okay, love y'all. Gotta go. Remember what I tell you at the end of all my broadcasts? You deserve the best. Yes, I'm talking to you. You deserve the best. Now go get it. Peace and blessings. I love y'all. Happy Monday. Make this week a productive week. If you need help, ask. I need a coach. I need help to be a better me. Well, email me, Trey@TreyKearney.com. I have a special going on, single coaching sessions, and I usually don't do single coaching sessions. I really like my clients to commit to at least 3 sessions. But for the month of February, I have a special going on for one coaching session. It's $100. And you could buy as many as you want while the sale is going on. So take advantage of it and schedule your coaching session and let's get you better. I'm a therapist. I like your info. Gen X, no ratchets allowed. Oh, hey, therapist. Hold on. Let's follow each other. I'm following you. So follow me back. DM me, please. Thank you. I love y'all. Tap the screen. Y'all know how we do. Tap the screen to say goodbye. Tap the screen if this was helpful. Send a rose. And then I got to get out of here. Oh, it's iced coffee now. Yes, I am credentialed. I'm a certified life coach. I am ICF accredited, International Coaching Federation accredited. Yes, I am. And I'm not knocking any other coach. It was important for me to be ICF accredited because I don't play with people's lives. And I needed to know the right language and I needed to know how to coach effectively and not just come in there telling folks my opinion. Now on here, you might get my opinion. But when I'm coaching you, it's going to be all you. I'm just going to go and ask you some strategic questions for you to make the right decisions for your life, for it to be your choices and nobody else's. I love your hair like this. It's pretty either way. Thank you so much. So tap the screen. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I love y'all. See y'all tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Forgive me if I'm late. We're trying to get Jermaine on his schedule. So I will be here tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that from the brothers. So I'll see y'all later. Peace.